I want to show you something you can do with a very simple shape. So just taking a circle here, I want to just play around with, if we made this stroke really, really thick, and we went up into the way this stroke appeared, we can play around with not only the different, the thickness of the line, but we can also play around with the stroke. So I could take a brush stroke here, and something that was originally just a simple circle, we can make it look very sort of abstract and interesting. So that's one thing that we can do with our just a simple sort of shape. Another thing we can do with the scale tool is I'm going to bring my stroke back down to 1 point. I'm going to open up the scale tool that's here underneath or beside the rotate tool. So I'm going to double click on that. And then scale this circle to 95%, so it's just going to be slightly smaller. You need to make sure you have your scale, strokes, and effects clicked on, and we are going to create a copy. So it's going to be a little bit smaller. And if I just keep hitting Control C, oops, then you can just keep pressing Control D, and you can see you can just keep getting smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, and we get this sort of really neat effect, almost like a record, just by using that simple scale tool. For your final project, what I'm looking for is a logo design for Fête de Folk with 6 different options for your client. The options should be very similar, not completely different. So you need to make sure that you're using maybe similar font or the same colors, and you're not showing them too much variety because you don't want to confuse them. When you're done, you're going to file and you're going to save this as an Illustrator file. We're also going to go file and we're going to export this. And the only thing we need to change is when we export this as a JPEG, we need to make sure we click Use Artboards. And what that's going to do is it will create separate files for every artboard. So we'll have, in the end, we'll have 6 files for your logo. To hand these in, we need to hand in your Illustrator file, so the AI file, and your JPEGs, as well as your Illustrator file for your robot. And I will be giving you guys instructions on how to do that. So take your time, have fun with this, and hopefully your logo will be the design that will win.